weapon may be formed, but it won't prosper. When the darkness falls, it won't prevail. 'Cause the God I serve knows only how to triumph. My God will never fail. Oh, my God will never fail. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. There's power in the mighty name of Jesus. Every war he wages, he will win. Oh, I'm not backing down from any giant, 'cause I know how this story ends. Yes, I know how this story ends. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. You take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. Turn it for good. You take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. You take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. You take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. You take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. You take what the enemy meant for evil, and you turn it for good. You turn it for good. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord. I'm gonna see a victory. I'm gonna see a victory. For the battle belongs to you, Lord.
worship team, thank you so much. You guys never disappoint. Today's message is a special message from Mr. White. He's been doing some research and we've been having a lot of different discussions, and he wants to talk to you about something that most, if not all of you, are on, which is social media. So go ahead and take it away, Mr. White.
Good morning, Smithtown Christian School. Today is Thursday, September 24th. My name is Mr. White. I'm the middle school chaplain. I teach 7th and 8th grade history and Bible, so shout out to all my classes. You guys are doing awesome. Hang in there. And for the rest of the school, I think you guys are doing amazing too. I know that we've had some obstacles to overcome, but we have overcome them and we will continue to march forward as a school, as a family. So just know if you guys need anything, please come to your teachers, come to the staff, come to the administration. We are all ears for you guys. This is why we're here. We love you. We want you to have the best experience in a school, and not only that, but just a spiritual experience, meeting Jesus, meeting with the Lord every single day. Like I said, my name is Mr. White. I work very closely with Mr. Carozzo to try to put out the best chapel experience for you. We work with Mrs. Burke to get the worship going and spiritual levels this week. So again, I know that plans have kind of put things in a stop, but we are working hard to get you the best experiences. I promise you we will do our best. And I think spiritual emphasis this week is pushed to the spring, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll have a lot of times to come up with something new, come up with something fresh, and really wait on the Lord and pray to see what direction he wants to go in. So without further ado, I was asked to speak in chapel today, and I think I wanted to go a little heavy in the beginning of the year. I wanted to start with a serious conversation. This conversation was actually started by one of my heroes in the school. His name is Mr. Wynett. He did an awesome chapel series. Last year, it was on social media, it was on our phones, and I know that he spoke in middle school, I know that he spoke in high school, and I know that he dropped facts and truth. So at the end of this chapel message, if you feel like you want to know more about it, if you feel like you want to know more of the effect of social media and mental health, then I think you should really go to him. I'm sure he would be willing to talk to you. He loves you guys. So I think social media usage, or extreme social media usage, is a problem today. It's a problem in today's society. It's a problem today in our communities. And we've lost the ability to communicate face to face. I remember when I was little, I would write letters. We would go to the post office against stamps, and now we just send emails, email invitations, birthday invitations over the net. And things have really changed. As we were prepping for this chapel, myself and Mr. Carozzo, we created a document just thinking of all the games that we used to play before technology came out, before games came out, before your phone, iPhone came out. And I wrote down jacks, where you would bounce this ball and try to pick up metal objects, and cards, just playing war. Whoever has the bigger card wins both cards. Pogs, if you ever know what pogs were, it's these little pieces of cardboard with designs on them, or superheroes on them, or athletes on them, any type of design, and you would try to flip the other ones. And I think back to those things, to those games, to that fun. But now it seems like, especially in the 2000s with the tech bubble and later on, I think that this has really taken control of our lives. And especially for young teenagers, multiple minds, advertisers know what they're going after, and they're going after you, they're going after your mind, they're going after your mental health, they're going after your ability to think critically, they're going after your ability to communicate to one another. So my challenge to you guys today is, I'm just going to present you with 3 reasons why we would probably use social media to the extreme. And these very 3 reasons, they also affect our mental health, and I want to put the 2 together. Make no mistake that our mental health is driven by the things that we take in per day, whether it's this holy book or whether it's our Instagram pictures, our Facebook pictures, our stories, our TikTok dances. Which one are we filling our head with? Our mental health is based off of these 2 things. So I want to be careful with what I say today, but I want to be intentional. So I want to start off with some social media facts for the year 2020. Number 1, 3.5 billion people are on social media. That's 45% of the world's population. Number two, an average of 3 hours a day are spent on social media. 3 hours a day. And some of you guys say, I didn't have time to do homework. Interesting. Now, to switch over to the social media giant Twitter, there's 500 million tweets that are tweeted out per day. Number four, there's 125 million hashtags, 500 million GIFs that are sent. For Instagram, the average post uses 10 hashtags. Number six, there's 600 million daily stories that are updated a day. Now, those are staggering numbers, staggering. I'm going to give you another percentage. 13% of 12 to 17-year-old kids are suffering from depression. 32% are reporting anxiety and mental illness, and the common denominator of those numbers in those cases is social media usage. Now, I know it hasn't been a hard year. I know that as soon as 2020 hit, December 31st, 2019, everyone was saying, I can't wait for 2020. And then 2020 hit. 2020 hit your world. 2020 hit everyone's world. Number one, Kobe Bryant died. I think for those athletes that are out there, basketball players out there, people that looked up to Kobe as a philanthropist, as an example, we look back and we say, wow, that happened this year. I can't believe that. That was the first thing. But I also want you to think about social media. Think about how many people posted about him that didn't even know him. Think about how many people, I have buddies that said, I am crying right now that Kobe Bryant died. They didn't know Kobe, but there was such an emotional connection that was there through social media, because not only are you weeping by yourself, but you're weeping with the people that you're connected with. You're sharing in community with people that you're connecting with through Kobe Bryant's death. Can we say that he brought people together? Absolutely. Look at the social media world. But again, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all these popped off when that happened. Then we have the killing of George Floyd. I can't tell you how many hashtags were created. I can't tell you how many pictures and videos of marches. And I know this is a complex situation that we might dissect at another time, but can you imagine the social media platform for George Floyd? People angry, people that are upset, people feeling that they need justice, people feeling that they're not getting justice or equality. You have people fighting for their lives. You have people trying to sum up thoughts and feelings and summaries of these gigantic, intricate stories in 140 characters. Can you imagine the words and the sayings and the phrases that were on Twitter or on Facebook or on Instagram? Some are mean, some are good, some are directing people towards the truth, some are steering people away. But no matter how you slice it, you have these issues that come up in 2020. We have COVID. Think about how many opinions on social media have been formed because of COVID. Well, it's real. Well, it's fake. Well, we need a mask. Well, we don't need a mask. Well, again, you're summarizing a global pandemic in 140 characters. You're just taking what fits your narrative and you're putting it out there for everybody to see. But it's much worse now. I'm going to point out 3 issues that shed light on our sin problem. You see, I think our phones and I think social media kind of puts a little more light on our sin problem, but no matter what, it's not a phone problem. It's not a social media problem in itself. It's a sin problem that social media is exposing right now. Point number 1, the selfie culture. And what I want to do for you real quick, I think this is funny. There's this comedian. I'm going to share my screen with you right now. But his name is Sebastian Maniscalco, and he touches on what a selfie is. So stay tuned.
Look around you. Everybody's just walking around. Taking a photo of yourself? They call it a selfie. I can't even say the word without sweating. I can't stand the word. call it taking a lonely. Do you know how alone you gotta be? That you can't find anybody to take a photo? That you got 838 photos of yourself in your bathroom? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay. Now, going back to the selfie culture. Hold on one second. I'm going to get to the right screen. There we go. Back to the selfie culture. There are two reasons to take a selfie, I think. Number one, some of us might be self-centered. We might have a self-centered personality. To celebrate yourself, it's all about you. You have this feeling of narcissism, which for some of us, it might be a blow to our ego. You know, I want to be noticed. I want to be the best. I want to have the greatest picture. After all, you don't pick your worst picture to be your profile picture. You pick one of your best. You want to put your best product out there. But I say to that person who's maybe struggling with narcissism or an ego check, I say that the Bible stresses to be humble and to be meek. Jesus, I mean, he's our ultimate example of what humility was. And then the other reason is an insecure personality. You're looking for people to affirm you, to affirm the way you dress, to affirm the way you look, because you are seeking attention for yourself. And I say to those people that are struggling with insecurity, maybe you think that you're not good enough. Maybe you have people telling you that you'll never measure up, or you'll never be like so-and-so, or you'll never look like, what's her name on TV, whoever it is. Well, I'm here to tell you that the gospel also stresses that you are accepted already. Jesus died on the cross for you. He accepted you. His blood spilled out for you. That is the measuring stick by which we go. His blood is our standard. Now, I'm not saying that all selfies are bad. I have taken a few in my lifetime. My wife has taken a few in her lifetime. But I'm saying, what are the reasons behind it? Check your heart. Remember, not saying that all selfies are bad, but our Savior was selfless. Point number two, confirmation bias. This is the idea that when we have our minds made up about a topic, we take the facts that fit our narrative and we put it out there for everybody to see. Now, sometimes that ends up hurting us in the long run because facts come out later on. People tell us stories later on. We end up finding out what really happened in a few days. So I think a lot of times we think about something, we automatically make a presupposition, and then we send it out over social media. Now, we got to be careful with that because we all live in confirmation bias. We all lived in it this summer. People share articles, people embed videos, people write text messages, hashtags, people Instagram stories. And again, going back to the issues of the summer, COVID, the election, the riots and the looting. Imagine summing up those difficult conversations with 140 characters or less. Imagine assuming a person's motive off of 140 characters. Imagine telling someone who you want to vote for in the election or who you think's going to win the election in 140 characters or less. And I know I keep talking about those three and the things that happen in the summer, but I know that you're exposed to these issues. I know that these issues are on your TV if you watch the news. I know these issues are on the radio. When you're traveling to school in the morning, I know you see things on the social media platforms. So we'd like to give you a biblical worldview into some of these hard topics and hard conversations. These are topics that need time to address. They are hard topics, and we need to have conversations about these topics. If you're trying to fit in all your arguments and emotions into 140 characters, you could say that you might not be loving the Lord with all of your mind. Because again, your mind is forming opinions and it's sending it out. Our mind should be directly and solely focused on the Word of God. Submit every thought, every decision, every hashtag, every message to the Lord before you send it. Think about it. It saves a lot of drama. It saves a lot of arguments. So we have the selfie problem. We have the confirmation bias. And number 3, we have the pursuit of unhealthy platforms. Are you posting for likes? Are you posting for comments? It becomes a vicious cycle. See, what happens is I post something and I wait, and then I go to check if there's any likes. Well, I don't really have that much. I'll check back in 5 minutes. And then I check back in 5 minutes. I have 2 more likes. Let's see if I can get to 10. Then I check back in 3 more minutes. By the time you know it, in a matter of 10 minutes, you've checked your phone 4 to 5 times. Now, it becomes a game. And we like games. We get energized when we have games. You're looking to beat a record. I know there's some gamers in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, maybe all through high school. You guys know what it's like to beat a record in your game, or you guys know what it's like to beat a record while playing a sport. We're constantly trying to beat records on our phone. We play games with ourselves, and we play games with others. Well, how many likes did you get? How many comments? Oh, I got 54. Oh, you got 53? That stinks. I'm more of a social media king than you. I mean, think about that. What are we going for? And again, our mind is playing tricks on us that we have to go back every certain number of minutes to see how many likes or how many comments we've had. The more likes, the better. If someone has more, then you'll do something more bold to get likes, to get comments. Then the next person will do something more bold. And then after that, things could get out of hand. I think it's safe to say that things have gotten out of hand on social media, whether it's been pictures, whether it's been how people dress, what people do. It's not good. Remember that there's always someone listening and someone watching. So when we're wearing, this logo, sorry, everything's backwards. When we're wearing this logo, we are representing our God. We're representing his son, Jesus, that died for us. We're representing our school, and you're representing your family. So be careful with what you post, because again, it could come back later on. A lot of people are getting in trouble in the political world and the entertainment world for posts that were all the way dated back 10 years now. Pictures dated back maybe 10 to 15 years now. So be careful. Now, in my closing argument, I would like to challenge our school to something. On a personal level, I say pick a close friend and create a challenge. Start by not going on social media as soon as the bell rings today, as soon as the bell rings tomorrow. Go a full 24 hours. Then, if you feel like you could do that, go off social media today and tomorrow. Make it a Thursday, Friday thing. But again, school-wide, I wonder if we could start taking a social media fast every Monday or every Friday. You guys can go out on the weekend. Obviously, we're not at home with you. But again, I say let's do this challenge. I say we keep each other accountable with how much we go on our phones, with how much we go on social media. I say we start a fast. We start a fast on Monday, and we start a fast on Friday, and we see how it goes. I challenge you to do that. I promise if you take a break from this and you increase with this, your life, your mental health will be a lot better. You will feel refreshed. You will feel clear, and you will feel that you are built up with the word, because you are. Pretty soon, your mind will start working together with your heart, and encouragement will be coming out instead of division. Exhortation will be coming out instead of tearing down. You'll have scriptures to say to people. You'll be able to pray with people. You'll be able to have godly wisdom when you fill your head with this instead of this. So again, I challenge us. Let's make the right move today. I know that God has awesome plans for us this year. So hang in there. Be careful with your social media usage. I know that there are people and advertisers out there that are trying to win you over. Don't let that happen. We love you too much. Your parents love you too much, and you are way too valuable to Jesus to ever go down that road. So be smart, be careful. Let's do that fast. Talk to one another, hold each other accountable. We love you guys. Have an awesome, awesome weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.